I wish you health, fellow Ukrainians. The main points for today. Military issues. We discussed in great detail with the military leadership the employment of our long-range weapons, the use of our missiles, the use of our drones. Some issues concerning production, delivery to the armed forces, and crew training. The task now is to be significantly more active in everything related to the preparation and execution of long-range sanctions against Russia. The more effective Ukraine is in long-range capabilities, the sooner we will be able to achieve peace. The quality of Ukrainian long-range weapons is becoming substantially higher. We are working on this constantly, and we have already provided many different opportunities specifically for production. The necessary funding and all the support required. We must also substantially scale up their employment. We have clear plans for this in the coming months. Everything must be implemented. Ukrainian precision is already evident, it needs to increase further. This is absolutely fair that Ukraine strikes back with precise, targeted attacks. And unlike Russia, we know exactly what we aim to achieve. Peace, of course. We are not waging war for the sake of war, as Russia does. Even Hamas shows deal-making acumen. But not Putin. For now. Together with our partners, we are creating conditions to compel Russia to peace. And it will happen. We support all global diplomatic efforts aimed at achieving peace in the Middle East. And we strongly expect that just pressure on Russia will bring peace to Ukraine and to our entire region as well. It is important that the leadership of the United States continue to be effective. Today, I held a meeting with the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Ukraine and the diplomatic team of the office to discuss the drafts of our resolutions and documents in international organizations that are to be adopted later this year. I instructed them to engage partners to the fullest extent possible, our key partners, to ensure continued global support for our initiatives. This concerns, in particular, such sensitive issues as the return of Ukrainian prisoners, all those held in Russia. And we know of people who have been in captivity since 2014. This also concerns the children abducted by Russia. Time is passing far too quickly, and it is not just every year but every month that matters for each child separated from their family and from their native environment, from Ukraine. We know a lot about Russia's utterly totalitarian programs to re-educate children so that they are willing to fight, even against their true homeland, against their real home. Thousands of such Ukrainian children are in the occupied territories and in Russia. And I thank everyone who is working with us to bring them home. These are many different countries, from Canada to Qatar, that are helping us. Our coalition for the return of our Ukrainian children already includes more than 40 countries, as well as the European Union and the Council of Europe. And it is important that our joint efforts yield results. I have also scheduled a meeting for tomorrow to audit all of this year's agreements with our partners. What has been achieved, what has been implemented, and what still needs to be implemented. Ukraine's foreign policy in recent years has been significantly more active than ever before. And we must ensure that every meeting and every agreement delivers real results for Ukraine. And that everything we agreed on with leaders is actually carried out at the level of our teams. As a result of this foreign policy audit, there will be corresponding conclusions and directives for the next 3 months. Arms for Ukraine, financing, support for the energy sector, all forms of pressure on Russia and the negotiation track. These are the key priority areas. I expect a report from each institution, the government, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Ministry of Defense, the Office, the NSDC. Today I also held a meeting with the Prime Minister of Ukraine, the Minister of Energy, the head of NJSC Naftogaz on the main issues of our preparations for winter and, of course, on recovery in the regions after the Russian strikes. Each morning brings new tasks for our energy workers and repair crews. Russian strikes do not stop. Civilian infrastructure, energy infrastructure are the Russians' primary targets. We will counter them. And it is important that our partners are ready to help us. We determined who to contact and what exactly must be achieved in the coming weeks. Work at the community and regional level must also be carried out by everyone. Otherwise there will be conclusions regarding the performance of the responsible leaders. Glory to Ukraine.